Hello, this is my review on Iron Man 2. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. It's definitely one of the better Marvel movies I've seen. And there's in the universe of Marvel Universe. I think Iron Man 2 is one of the better movies I've seen from Marvel. I love everything about this movie. Pretty much, I like, even though, like, I like this, I like the story was very easy enough to follow along. There wasn't too many story elements going on, it was like, it didn't have as much plot elements going on in the movie as Iron Man 3 did. It felt like overcrowded mess Iron Man 3 did with so many plot elements that I was trying to juggle. And that's why I thought my problem with the third Iron Man movie. It bit off more than it can chew. The third installment, definitely. But I like Iron Man 2 because it's not trying to oversell it. It's not trying to it's not trying to like overstay its welcome of a movie, unlike Iron Man 3 or the first one. I feel like the first Iron Man movie and Iron Man 3, the third one, the last one, in the Robert Downey Jr. trilogy as Iron Man run. In the when Robert Downey Jr. I mean, this is the best Iron Man movie in the Iron Man franchise, I think. Iron Man 2. I give that a 10 out of 10, this movie. Iron Man 2. I give it Iron Man 2 a 10 out of 10 because it's definitely the best Iron Man movie and the most fun I have had in all of the it's definitely the most fun out of all of them. Iron Man 2 is, okay? And I like how like this movie didn't try to tell too much in the story. I like how like this one didn't like I felt like the other two Iron Man movies, like at least Iron Man, or maybe just Iron Man 3, okay? I think Iron Man 3, once we get to Iron Man 3, the plot with Iron Man, it feels like it's just all over the place. Once we get to the third installment. I feel like there's no... Iron Man 3 doesn't know what to do with Iron Man. I feel like it's trying to do so many things with him. It wants to tell a story about him getting to, wants to tell a story something with Iron Man in Iron Man 3. And, Iron Man 2 also has, like, I love the cast of characters, all the cast of characters and the villains in the movie. The villains in the movie are really fun also. All the characters are really fun in the movie of Iron Man 2. And everyone gives a great performance. I like, and I like this, I actually like I also like the new suits that introduced with for Iron Man. I like the one that I like the suit that in Iron Man 2 that's a briefcase that turns into a suit. I wish we saw more of the suits. Like I kind of missed that suit. I wish I saw that suit again on the time in another Iron Man movie or a different Avengers movie. That suit, because that was a cool suit. So that's why I give Iron Man 2 a 10 out of 10. Now I give Iron Man 3 a 8 out of 10. No, that's too generous. Let's not be honest. I don't think I really like Iron Man 3, come to think of it. I give it a 7 out of 10. Iron Man 3. It's average, mediocre, forgettable, disposable garbage, I thought, of a movie. I couldn't remember the most. I don't think this movie is a movie that's that memorable. And it's not that much of a fun movie either. And Iron Man 3 has a lot of story elements, plot elements it's trying to juggle. It's like, yeah, I don't think it needed this much story in this movie. Like, I don't think they really needed the Mandarin. Do we really needed like a Mandarin to be a cop-out, or only for the Gillian guy to be the headmaster of the everything? And we need, well, we're also trying, oh wait, Tony Stark is also having PTSD due to the events of the first Avengers movie. Wow. And now he has to deal with that, and that's where, you see, the stuff like this, that's all in Iron Man 3. All these story elements are in Iron Man 3, and it gets really complicated. And crowded. Of a movie, Iron Man 3 becomes. A very mediocre, average, crowded movie. Now, not all of this movie is bad, but a lot of this movie is bad. Like, a lot of this movie is kind of cringe. Half of this movie is cringe, half of this movie is kind of impressive. Visually, and visually with the action. But I don't really like Iron Man 3, come to think of it. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's average, mediocre. And I honestly felt like by the time the story finished wrapping up, I felt like Marvel doesn't know what to do with Tony Stark anymore. And I was kind of relieved to kill Tony in Endgame. Because I felt like Tony Stark, after the events of Iron Man 3, Tony Stark lost depth and interesting and charm as a character. Like, he started to feel like a pariah of himself. After a while, once we got to Iron Man 3 and beyond that, I felt like the Tony Stark that I loved in the MCU, that was played by Robert Downey, and I felt like once you get to Iron Man 3 and every Avengers installment after Iron Man 3, that Tony stars in, it kind of, for me, it feels like once you get to Iron Man 3 and beyond that, it feels like that's where Marvel no longer knows what to do with Iron Man / Tony Stark as Iron Man. Like, I feel like Iron Man 3 was the nail in the coffin for me of what made, and since Iron Man 3, I've never been back on board with liking Tony Stark in the MCU. Or finding him a fun character. This is boring. He is, since I don't like him. I don't know why. He's bland now. Since Iron Man, the third Iron Man movie, I feel like Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey, has been bland and forgettable. Once it gets to Iron Man 3 with Tony Stark and beyond that, it just, yeah. I really think killing Tony Stark off was the best thing that could have happened to make me like him again. When he kills him off in Endgame, of Avengers Endgame movie. I wonder if I'm the only one that feels like that in the world. I don't know. So yeah, Avengers Endgame, because of Tony killing himself due to a one-way ticket to saving the world in the events of Avengers Endgame, to snapping Thanos' army away in the events of Avengers Endgame, and dying of a bad burn and radiation burn. So yeah, that's how they kill him off in Avengers Endgame in the third act at the end. Those who haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert, that's how it ends. So I don't know why, if you clicked on my video, you really cared, because sometimes I talk about spoilers of movies and shows when I review stuff, but I don't really make that the main spoiler. Them, I don't really make that the main. But I don't try to do the bare minimum for that. Now. In my videos now versus my older videos, I just thought it was taking too long to sit. So I'm trying to spoil the bare minimum to make my videos more shorter and my opinions more forward in my review. My new videos I make now. Anyway, so Iron Man 3. The villain Iron Man 3 is not the villain you think it is on the trailer. It's not the Mandarin. If you haven't seen Iron Man 3 yet, it's not the Mandarin. It's this guy called Gillian, I think, and he's a nerd. He's what we call a frat dork. Can never truly embrace his inner nerd and never be happy with himself. Always trying to chase an image of cool that he's not. A frat dork is what Gillian is against Iron Man. Frat dork versus billionaire playboy, or ex-billionaire playboy, because he's now in a committed relationship at this point in Iron Man 3 with Pepper Potts. Yeah, I'm just going to say she seems like a real piece of work. A real bitch. But I can see why Tony married her, because she's a very nasty, bitchy person. And, beauty is only, as they say, is only bone skin deep. Right? When it comes to true love, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and the beauty is only bone skin deep. Is no more, right? Or something like that. I think that's right. Looks are more important than personality. And Pot has plenty of personality, but not a good personality. She's a really bitch whore. Comes across an individual in this movie. Seriously, I don't know why Tony just doesn't dump the bitch. I would. But then again, maybe he's I don't know why. He's with her. I hate Pepper Potts and Tony together. They go together like mustard and mayonnaise. I mean mayonnaise and jelly on a sandwich. As in, they do not go together. And I would not even want to be near that. Or the individual who tries that sandwich. Because that person that likes that sandwich is a wacko. Tony Stark is a wacko. He needs to get out of this unhealthy relationship with Pepper Potts pronto. And leave her forever and go to a better girl that actually is God. This person complains a lot. And whines a lot. And emotes a lot. Pepper Potts, like, she's such a drama bitch queen. And the third one. You know how Pepper Potts was likable in I thought Pepper Potts was kind of likable in the first two Iron Man movies. I thought she was okay, but I never thought she was great. At this one, she's fucking annoying. The plot of this movie is dumb as balls. I'm not going to tell you the plot because you'll think I'm making the shit up. If you haven't seen the movie. If you have seen the movie, then probably half of you people think that this shit is brilliant. Half of you are wrong and idiots. But I can't convince you either. I guess. By now, I can't convince you if you think that. This movie was a mistake. I didn't enjoy this movie, Iron Man 3, that much. Yeah, I like parts of it. Most of it's really bad. I feel like you know the movie, Lady in the Water? I didn't like that movie. By M. Night Shyamalan. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. Iron Man 3 feels like Marvel's version of Lady in the Water. A plot so baffling, so idiotic, that you feel like nothing makes sense in the world anymore. Why are you still living? How are you still living? Questions you're asking yourself. What's the point of life? Is life real? What is real? I don't know. Is how you feel after watching Iron Man 3. That's how I felt. Just like Lady in the Water movie by M. Night Shyamalan, that's how I felt after watching it the first time and the second. I think I fell asleep through half of it the first time. Then I had to watch it a second to force myself not to fall asleep and stay awake. I did that before I had a YouTube show. That's not sad, is it? I don't know. So Iron Man 3 is a mediocre, average 7 out of 10 horseshit of a fucking movie. Iron Man 2, on the other hand, is a classic. Iron Man 2 is a 10 out of 10. Iron Man 3 is a 7 out of 10. Average, mediocre horseshit. Forgettable. Throw it away. If you want to. Throw it away. If you have the balls to throw away your movie, one of those people that want to burn the movie, or online weirdos, some people burn the movie, some people destroy their movie, some people sell their movie, they'll throw away. I've seen some people online burn their movies online. So whatever you want to do with this movie, do that, if you want to do that. I don't recommend Iron Man 3. I give it a 7 out of 10 for average, mediocre score. That's my review. Okay, now I'm going to advertise my content. Like the video, share my content, check out my other content, like my other content by hitting the thumbs up on my other content, just like this video, hit the thumbs up. And check out my older videos. I said that already, and like my older videos. And hit the bell first button, and then hit the subscribe button second to get subscribed to my content. Goodbye.